Indians, baby. A real Indian, American Indian is me, not from Africa. Remember that. Hey now, Grand Rising, everybody. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Yes, I'm on the plantation on my little break, and I am going to continue to promote the great debate. We're having we're having a nice turnout based on what's being sent through Cash App. Um, and it's going to be held in Zoom this Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. Everybody that sent in a Cash App and left their email address, you will get an email link to enter the Zoom. So I just want to put that out there. Everybody that has sent the $10 Cash App as specified on the overlay, you will receive the link to get in Zoom. And once you get in, you will have to, Bobby, you will have to identify your email address. Okay, because the moderators are just going to go by the email you sent in order to um, clarify your identity. And you do not have to turn on your hey Bobby. I will put the link in the chat. I'm surprised I got a voice. That was so hilarious. Pace. There's a link, Bobby. You come up and talk to me, baby, for a minute. I mean, and I apologize to anybody I offended, but I was laughing. I was not laughing per se at Nati and Soul Sister. I wasn't laughing at them. I was laughing at Bobby's behavior and the way he was speaking. It was just funny to me, and it was funny to Willie. And people don't realize. I want to put this out here. First of all, I got an old hood brother, and I love my big Willie. Let me tell you this. He ain't no pushover. I have a good man, and he's very supportive of what I do. Okay. Willie's not a YouTuber that be on the panel. He works. My baby's at work. And YouTube is not his thing to be on panels and stuff. That's just not him, and it never has been. I have to beg that man to come on the panel. But what we do, we have great interest. Oh, that's Bobby's shit. We have great interest and the same YouTube channels. And we make ourselves comfy at night and we watch YouTube channels. We support them. We be in the chat room together and we love it. So I also want to specify this. I was raised by a man. Yes, although my mother was there, but my father raised me. So I have a strong attitude and I can't help it. This is the way that my father raised me. And my father was a very militant man and entrepreneur for many years and fireman in Bridgeport.
Don't apologize to these Negroes.
Well, I'm not really apologizing.
Tell them to show you the paperwork before you do any explaining.
I felt kind of bad because I really didn't want my man to jump up on the panel in my defense. But after so many times,
that's what he's supposed to do.
He's in the chat room enjoying the chat, and we're both, in the bed laying down enjoying the segment, but laughing so hard. And I was laughing hysterically. I couldn't help compose myself because a lot of the things you were mentioning about the paperwork is very
valid.
A lot of us are.
It's very valid. Let's just keep it on it.
It's very valid, and we had concerns. So the way you were saying it is why I was laughing. I wasn't laughing at them, but Lottie was upset. So
Well, one thing I've learned, TT, is that
See my backdoor thumbnail.
yeah, man. I'm a brash person. I do come off as, just a harsh person, and I am, like that in real life. But I will say, if a agenda or an intent can be placed behind my actions, is all solely in seeking some type of solid truth or fact. That's it. And one thing that I've learned is that when you bring certain things off in a comical way or in an over exaggerated type of way, it's easier for people to digest and kind of harder for people to run away from it and wiggle out of it. You dig what I'm saying? When we
Yeah.
like how the brother tried to accuse me of not being intellectual, what I find is that when
Oh
you,
God, and I
yeah,
think
when
you're
you greet
very
people that on that
intellectual.
intellect, like,
I think
and the
you're
thing
very
is,
intellectual, Bobby. There's no way.
well, my thing is this, TT. I look at an assault like saying that I'm not intellectual. Really, you're saying I'm not giving you a chess type of way to wiggle out of these questions. I feel like when it comes to answering things like paperwork and stuff like that, we don't need to play chess. Let's just play straight up and down checkers. This move, jump this piece. This, like, we don't need to make it too complicated, right? Let's say the chess for the ones that want to go advanced off into whatever holds the depths of the paperwork. But if we saying something that could free people from this system and get you some type of recompense from this wicked ass government, then I think that's something that should be put out into the public and not held for a back chat or some type of secrecy.
Right.
And I know a lot of people feel that way, but they don't really know how to address it intellectually. That's why I just say it straight up wild niggerly. So a motherfucker can't run away from it. Let's just be blunt. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. And see, it took me to go through like 7 different people about this process because once you understand the process and it took literally 7 people, you sit back and me being a government employee, it all boils down to creating a corporation, getting a passport, and opening up a trust. And I mean, why do you have to go around in so many hoops and circles just to
Because I
do
have
that?
to pay you, sis. It's like this.
That's sad.
When
It's
no, it's
so
sad,
sad.
but it's this where it's disingenuous, TT. I'm a tax preparer, right? This where the intellect, when people say, "Oh, I'm a stupid," I've been doing taxes for years. I do all the taxes in my family, even though my mama is a accountant. She trusts me with the taxes, so I do her taxes, my stepfather's, my brother, my sister, everybody taxes I do, right?
That must be fun.
Uh, yeah, it's fun, but taxes is taxes. But my whole point being is that when you damn, I kind of lost my train of thought. What was we talking about right before that?
The taxes and the disingenuous
Okay,
this
doing the
whole
paperwork, right? I like
paperwork.
as I'm doing taxes. So my little brother, and my little sister, I don't do their taxes anymore because after 1 or 2 years, and then me showing them, now they proficient in doing their taxes because the process
Mhm.
is so simple, and I break it down to them so simple and show them how simple it is that like you don't need to come to me because once you come to me and I do your taxes, guess what you got to do? You got to pay me.
Right.
Cause I'm just
Because
like that's just
that's a
business. You gotta pay
part-time
me.
job. Right.
Right.
I
This is
get
a
it.
job. So that's why when I kept asking the sister, well, how much would it cost for me to get this done? Well, we got to talk about that. And because I know it's a cost behind this, because you're gonna do this paperwork or show me through it, which then lends to a job. You see what I'm saying? Versus you showing it to the public, right? Like
Right.
once Free Tax USA and H&R Block made a public site where you can go do your W-2s, then you
Right.
saw seeing these little mom and pop tax businesses that was raping your people for $300 and $400 out of their checks
Right.
falling off.
Right.
Because now they
Please.
not they not dumb to it no more. They like, damn, it was this simple to do my taxes this whole time. Why was they charging me so much to do it?
Right. I say the same thing about anything in the community. That's why I hold the Zooms and we have meetings coming up and to establishing your family tribes. Okay.
Right.
Now, Now, let me just go there. Let me just go there.
Go
As
ahead.
a matter of fact, let me put the advertisement up too at the same time.
Hmm.
Let me just go there. I I do not like leading anybody to anything that's going to harm them. Okay, we already had a brother commit suicide,
I
and
did not
that
know
hurt
that.
me to my heart with this paperwork crap. Jay Freeway,
I did not know that.
yeah,
Uh,
what was it last year or
Condolences to him and
before
his
that?
family. And
Oh
it
my
was
goodness,
because
his
he got wrapped
mama,
up in some
Hannah,
paperwork.
that Moorish paperwork stuff. And he
Yeah, man,
went
that's
to
wild.
them for help, from what I'm hearing. He went to them for help, to the Moors after, and nobody there. And he just took his life. I mean, when I need to take this down. I do not like, and maybe it is legit, or maybe people just don't know how to explain it. But when you're talking about removing yourself from the jurisdiction of the United States, okay, okay, I get it. You do not want to be under the power, control, and jurisdiction of the United States. You want to
Correct.
be your own sovereign individual, making your
Right.
own moves and whatever. That's fine. That's fine. But when you do that, I have to stress to people, all right, you want to do this, you want to be individual living off the lands. That's fine. Okay. But I don't promote people to do that unless they're in a great position and comfortable position to live that lifestyle.
Bingo.
Okay. You know, if you're in a comfortable position to live that lifestyle and you don't mind contracting, throughout the US for jobs and things, that's fine. But just understand, when there's a dead emergency situation and you have two or three kids, you're not getting food stamps, you're not getting medical care, you are not getting any of that because you're relinquishing your citizenship. And
That's right.
I just like people to be careful. That's all. I'm not saying don't do it or don't have that as a future goal.
And what
But
I'm understanding from the TT, you're relinquishing control of what would be perceived as a straw man. Because as I hear you saying it, and what I've heard from a few of my elders personally is that basically it is what you're saying. You're setting up a LLC and a trust, which is all of this is boiling down to you want to have at least liability for your physical person as possible. So, like when dealing with the government, this is why when I always give your props because I don't fuck with the paperwork. And I
me
done said this
either.
to you before, TT Betty, but I'll say at
Right,
least TT Betty put her shit out in the front
right.
to
And I
where if
don't
you
do
need to fact
paperwork.
check it, do a little back check, go back, look up some shit on Google. You can look this shit up. I
Right,
know, I know, I know a little something, but what I do know is that when it boils down to, liability, this is really what it's all boiling down to. The LLC and the trust holds a certain level of liability for you that where they just can't fuck with you. And
right.
that's what
You
all people
Instead
want.
of you being under a social security number, you are now under an EIN number.
There you go.
And the
There you go.
EIN number is to create the business. That's all it is. But some people just tell it the street way because that's all they know. And I am American and I'm an American citizen under the corporation. Yes, agreed. I also work for them. But I know better than to relinquish myself in a sovereign position. Even at my tribe members, our tribe members together, we stick together, and I never promote this to them, but I don't stop them either because they're adults, and I always tell them, look, if that's something you want to do, that's your own personal choice. I'm not going to promote it. I'm just not going to do that. I don't want that on my conscience if someone does that and then they're so out of luck. You know what I mean? So I
Hmm.
just I just do not promote it. Other people do. I promote just living a decent life, you know, start your own business, start your own family business. If you're going to
Right.
start your own tribe, start from the bottom and work your way up to
That's right.
sovereignty.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I
it's a
promote.
lot of people that push against the government.
Right.
They push so hard against the government while at the same time, relying so dependently on the government,
Right.
which is hypocritical in itself to tell somebody, no, we don't need to be fucking with the government. We don't need to do this when you can't show me no fruits that you gain that's not government approved. You see what I'm saying? If you
Right.
know, and this to my elders, y'all retire, and I ain't saying y'all meaning you. I'm just saying, you retire after you didn't live your life, and you say, the young folks they don't need to be fucking with the government or this and that. And it's like, well, hold on, you
Yeah.
get a pension. You was in the military.
Right.
You get like
Right.
you got businesses. You got homes that got motherfucking what you call that Section 8 vouchers on them that the government just pay you for. So now you telling me don't partake in none of that.
Right. And
You giving me a
my
you
thing
giving
is,
me a blueprint
all
to
the
start over.
people, all the people that I got information on what this actually is, none of them have relinquished their citizenship or or proven to have completed the process. In fact,
Mm,
the people, all 7 people that I asked, well, were you successfully able to go through A through Z? Oh no, I made a mistake. But you got to be careful what you do. I'm like, you made a mistake. Well, if
wow.
you made a mistake,
How
why
you
are
teaching?
you still teaching this?
Mm,
And if I'm going to teach something, I'm going to make sure that I've gone through A through Z smoothly so I can then teach it to people, like establishing the tribe and the things that come with reestablishing your tribe. I've done it A through Z. So now that's why I'm able to go in a Zoom and teach people how to do it and get them to understand what the nonprofits is and what it's about. So I promote positive stuff. I'm not into the scamming bullshit. I do not charge people money in Zoom to do something that I did. I mean, it makes no sense. I tell people if you want to donate to my tribe, our tribe, fine, do so. If you don't, it's your own choice. But I much rather see our people move successfully. And the behind the back door shit is questionable. Why does
mm,
it have to be done in the back door? And then I got to find out why it's done in the back door. Because when you're establishing whatever it is, whether it's a corporation, a LLC, a S corp, a C corp, or a nonprofit, they want you to put it under a fake name. Like,
that's
oh,
right.
make something up. And here's the justification for the nonprofit. You tell them that you're going to be African priest of a
Mm,
church, which is
mm,
bullshit. So
lie.
now you're expected to get the approval from the IRS for the tax exemption because the
Mm,
IRS is under the belief that you're going to be an African priest and you're having a church, and it tells you the things that a church can do and what you're exempt from, whether you're going to be a public charity or a church or blah 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 blah. But that's you get your approval from the IRS for the tax exemption
that's right.
at the end of the year. And if you have a membership, those members are and donors, you can send them letters and with the logo that states that your particular nonprofit is exempt and they have a right to claim those exemptions as
That's right.
donors. Okay, so it's the
It's a
reason why,
finesse.
from
It's
what
a
I'm
finesse,
seeing, the
TT.
backdoor shit is to create the scam. I
There
don't
you
want to
go.
tell you this in public, but fuck that. Why does it have to be a scam? That's the problem. Why does it have to be a scam? Why can't it just be legitimate?
Because
And
the
we want to
motherfucker that's giving you the information don't want to be held accountable when the shit go left.
there's a lot I don't understand why, I'm not into the scam bullshit. I want
A
it to
lot of
be
people
legit.
is TT Betty.
I
A lot of
know.
these
I'm
elders
just
and these
saying,
leaders
if you're
into it.
gonna, yeah, if you're gonna start a church, let it be a church. This is why people get in trouble. If it's gonna be a nonprofit or organization or a tribe, Let it be legit. Don't sneak. Stop making people in YouTube in our community who are so vulnerable. Our people are so vulnerable. They're at their wits. They're hopeless right now. A lot of our people's escape is YouTube, to be around, people that have YouTube channels that give great lectures, and they're very vulnerable to the content creators, and they're in pain. They're jobless. Some of them are homeless. Some of them are hopeless. And for a YouTube creator or someone claiming to be a leader to turn around and take advantage of that weak, vulnerable moment in our people's life is really fucked up. That's the shit I don't like to do. Seriously. That's why when I call them in the Zoom and I let them know, okay, here's what a tribe is all about. Here's what establishing a legitimate family tribe is all about. Family tribes are about helping the community. And when the people see the work that it entails, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And you have to report to the IRS and to the Secretary of the State your annual reports that you do. And that's staying legitimate and honest with the state you're incorporated in, as well as the IRS. So I'm not into the scam shit. So if you're looking to scam and you're used to the street life and that's all you know, then those people are the people you want to meet behind the back door. I'm not that one. My shit is open to the public. And bust this, I don't discriminate. I don't care what your fucking race is. If you want to create a family tribe, I'm here to help you do it the legitimate way. And that's the way I roll. And some people can't understand that. So I say to them, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not here for the bullshit. And some people don't like that. And it happens to be people that's accustomed to a dirty, low-level street life. I relinquish. I don't do it. I don't want no bad name. I don't want no bad reputation. I don't want the federal government on my ass and on my back and micromanaging me. I don't want that. And the way to prevent that is to do shit honestly. You want to be sovereign? You want to get out the corporation? Fine, so be it. Do it. But you're
I
not going to
asked
meet me
them,
in the back door.
hey, if the integrity of somebody's information is what's preventing this, we can do a demo. We could do just a mock demo of what needs to be done, so people can see, hey, this is the actual paperwork. You know what I mean? Because I've been doing taxes for so long, I've had to direct people. Like uh, well, hey, I've been doing hair all year, Bobby. What I need to do? Go to irs.gov, download a 1099. Well, is it 1099G or 1090? Just 1099. Don't get the one with the G. Don't fill out nothing for no IRA distribution. Like, you got to be real specific with these things when you talk about
Right.
paperwork, because you can have people checking shit. Like, that's why I'm passionate about this, because I do taxes. Like
Mhm.
one check could be the difference between somebody owing $1,000 or getting back $6,000. It's that crucial. It's that
Yeah.
crucial. Just one
Yeah.
little box where you like, hey, you forgot to do this little thing right here. Yep, that was your $6,000 that you fucked up. That's gonna take you another 6 to 8 months to get rectified.
Right.
Can't play with people with this paperwork like that. And if you're
Mm-mm.
just filling out regular paperwork such as LLCs, a state, and setting up trust and stuff like that, that shouldn't be nothing that you should be wanting to hide from somebody. That should be
Right.
something that you really should be putting out to, like, walk people through, like a mechanic will show you on the YouTube how to do an oil change. They not tripping off of, man, if people learn how to do oil changes, I ain't gonna get paid. Man, that's something everybody should know. You should know
Facts.
how to take a tire off and replace.
Facts.
So we should know how to do some of this simple paperwork. When it comes to the high levels of the law or something intricate, yeah, maybe I'll have to go to a Sister Betty or somebody else. But when it comes to, simple shit, We should know some of these things, man. And I feel they being disingenuous and holding this shit back. And I'm calling out a scam on a lot of people.
Well, are they
Especially,
really holding back what you think they're holding back? The whole thing is you got to get them in the back room to tell them, look, you you're going to incorporate your name. You're going to become a corporation. You're going to become a corporation. So incorporate your name and
so that's when the
systematic.
scam unfold when they get you in the back room. That's when they can unfold the scam all the way to you. Like, hey, this what you. I got you. Say,
That's what that all that shit is about, and that's what I'm not about. I'm
say
like,
that.
nah, nah, I'm not. I'm just not doing it. And I say, fuck the nigga that get on and say, see, people don't know what they talking about, and this until they understand what's going on. Don't tell me I don't understand what's going on. All you're doing is incorporating your fucking name. And guess what? It's not a secret.
Yeah,
All types of politicians incorporate their name. That's why if you say something scandalous, it's easier for them to sue your ass because it's called defamation.
yeah.
So if you were to incorporate your name, you are now a corporation. Instead of the United States incorporating your name with the birth certificate, okay, is what they're saying. You incorporate and take ownership of your name. So now it's Bobby Knight Incorporated. And now they're telling you, oh, now you can get your own uh money in your trust. Go ahead on and set your trust up. And when them bills start coming in, you put your damn thumbprint on it and send it back to the person that sent to you and let them know it's paid because it's coming out your trust. This kind of shit. Yo, in
No
6
type
months,
of validity to this. But then guess what? You have
guess
to pay them for this information, and they don't never apply it in their life. Like you said,
what?
Sister
Because
Betty.
no one's ever showed me. If you can't show, are you really? Uh, you got a bill in the mail and it's paid. Oh yeah, just put your thumbprint on it and mail it back to him. Let him know it's paid. It's out of your trust. I guarantee you, your ass will be in collections in the court, and they're gonna be suing your ass for their money in collections, and it's gonna go on your credit bureau report. Credit bureau report. So I don't have time for that. That's evil. It's some slick talk. Oh, the Moors know how to do it. Well, guess what? Go to them then. Go to them. And I can tell you, I have not seen one successful person yet. It's a lie. It's a lie. Because when you create the EIN, you still have things to follow underneath the government, whether you are not under their control or not. You got to follow your annual reports. And whatever state you're incorporated in, that Secretary of State is coming for your ass for that annual report. So I don't, I just don't like doing it unless I know what the hell I'm doing first and I've successfully. My question is ask them to show you where money's coming in their trust from uh, instead of it going to Social Security. So my thing is the only way I can think of if you set up your trust and your money is going into instead of going to Social Security, it's now going to you. Well, the way money gets in Social Security is by the employer taking it out of your paycheck and putting it in um, the way I know. The only way, when they tell you to set up the trust and now your money, instead of going to Social Security, it's going to you. The only way money gets in Social Security, from what I know humanly, is when you are doing business. All right. You have your own business, Bobby, right? Say you have your own taxing business
Correct.
and you charge someone $500,
Mhm.
whatever the percentage amount for Social Security, you need to pay to keep your Social Security. It goes now into your trust. You take that amount out of the $500, and it goes in your trust.
That's what that's how I've always thought
Look at it.
Social
There's no
Security
other
system
way.
works. Right.
But they're teaching people, well, when they created your birth certificate from the sea because you descended from your mama, all this bullshit talk. Okay, these clowns. Because you're now off the ship. The ship you came from your mother's womb. Your mother's womb is the ship. All this shit. All this kind of shit that make you really want to smack them in the face. Because your mother's ovaries and you coming down, you've descended down from off the ship. And now, and you don't have that birth certificate. You got that birth certificate now. They incorporated you as soon as you came out. Now you're a corporation and you have $1 billion in a trust that's being controlled by the United States. Yo, let me find out that United States has a trust for me, but they probably do, has a trust. The only shit I know about is the Social Security number, that money that been taken out my check and the state taxes, whatever. But if there's another one associated, I would like these people to prove that they actually have access to that right now. None of them can. They say all these billions of dollars, you got gold and they owe it to you. So it's on your, it's in your trust with the birth certificate they created for you, all the gold. Do you ever hear them speak about that, Bobby?
Yeah, you get the
All this gold and it's
what's the name
millions
of the
of
gold?
dollars.
They say you need that bullion. You know what I'm saying? Or what? However they do this shit. And the thing is, well, the only value gold has is the resource that you can get out of it, and the people that's willing to accept the value of it. So even if you would say, "Oh, give me gold," what are you converting the gold to? You're going to take the gold to what system and convert it into what to be able to use to do business? Because you ain't gonna do nothing but get in and go get what euros,
What they're telling,
rupees, more
right?
dollars.
What they're literally telling are vulnerable people. And it sounds good to somebody who's broke and who don't have a job or who's suffering hard financial problems. It
Man,
sounds promising to them and they're vulnerable and willing to take any risk. Say, don't you know that your birth certificate, the government got millions on your birth certificates in a trust? You could create your trust accounts and they have to give that money to you. It's your right. I, I just want to find one person that they transferred that gold money to so that they could put the money in their account. Identify yourself, please. All you hear is fucking crickets.
That's a fact.
So I'm like, why are you doing this to our people? They're broke, they're vulnerable. Right now, they're willing to do anything because our people are suffering. And to hear that someone to hear that you, Bobby, you suffering, you damn near homeless, you suffering, you come on YouTube and you hear this educated speaking brother saying that you have money in a trust and the United States is controlling it. And
Not
what you
only
got to
money,
do,
millions of dollars. The
yeah,
lottery.
millions of dollars. Yeah, millions of dollars. You got some feedback coming in, Bobby, from
Oh, I'm
your
sorry.
phone. And you got you know, you're broke, you're poor, and typical brother or sister. And you come on YouTube and there's this highly educated speaking brother with a great tone voice, speaks really great like the Europeans, breaking it down. You are a god. You have millions in an account and you gave your mama when you was born. Your mama signed that birth certificate and gave United States the right to oversee these funds and control it over you. All your bills is already paid. I'm going to tell you how to open up this trust account and take back, get rid of that birth certificate and take back your rights and take ownership. So set your trust up. Get your passport. Get, oh my goodness, all these forms, fill them out. Now, that money's with all that gold from when you was born, you took back control of the ship. And now the money's going in your account. Show me one fucking person that's legitimately, and it sounds good to you. It sounds good to you because you're vulnerable. You don't have a job. You need money, and you found out about this shit about the United States. And so many of our people are being fooled by this because some people have the gift of gab to talk about it, to plan it, to set it up, and they got your head thinking you about to be rich or you about to be wealthy. And it's sad to do this to our people. I'm telling you, it's sickening and sad. Some people just do it to have fucking content creation. I don't care if they call you in a Zoom meeting and help you set up your trust and all this stuff. You let me know the first day that that gold money that's supposed to belong to you hits your account. Let me know. Let me know. That's all. All I'm saying is let me know how successful you are. I am not telling, I don't know shit about that. And I'm not guiding nobody to that. The only people I see that are interested in that are a lot of our people that don't have jobs or they're in a vulnerable state of life because you can't possibly be living luxurious because you're on fucking YouTube 24/7. So that right there tells you have unless you work from home like me. But I can't do this shit to harm our people. I'm not going to do it. And I don't support it. I support honesty and transitioning life into a positive life. That's what I support. I'm not all about all this other shit. You know, I'm not out here to tell you, hey, 500 years ago, you were supposed to get this. And 500 years later, you have an attitude like it just happened to you yesterday. That shit looks real funny walking up in the government saying 500 years ago, you you took my goddamn gold. That shit look real, sound real funny. Seriously. And then you wonder why ain't nobody representing your ass in court. Don't nobody want to look like no goddamn fool. The only fool standing there is you. And that's a fact. I don't care if you don't like it. I'm not sugarcoating nothing for nobody. If you're already an American citizen under the corporation, you don't have to establish your life as though you're a foreigner on your own fucking land. All right? Seriously. If you needed anybody who needed a green card to get in this country should not be teaching you shit about your landmass. I'm just telling you like that. Any motherfucker that needed a green card to get in this fucking country should not be holding YouTube segments teaching you about what to do in your damn country. Take your green card carrying ass back to where you came from. You don't need to get a green card to go get a fucking passport. You're an American. Don't let nobody take the American out of you. You really need to know the history. They only tell you parts about history that they want you to know, but they don't want to tell you the part about what you need to know. Like, if I didn't research about what went the fuck on in the late 1860s, right after slavery, I wouldn't have never known. And that's a fact. And I say this all the time. When they declare war on our lands, pushing us out in the South, out of our lands in the South and into the hoods in the late 1860, like 1863, the government made a decision to push our ass off our lands, off our farmlands, get them off. Sending militia out there on our lands And it was a decision in Congress because only Congress can declare war. And acts of such, blowing up, burning up people's lands, whatever it takes the militia to do to get people off their land. That's an invasion takeover. That decision has to come from Congress. And when you look at who was on Congress in 1863, our people were in Congress. And I'm tired of talking about this. That decision was made in 1863. And I'm like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me y'all niggas in Congress in 1863, when it was decided to push us off our farmlands and my grannies, none of y'all niggas can give a heads up? Oh, you're going to tell me these dudes are Africans on Congress in 1863? I don't think so. These are colors. These were the decision makers. This is the government. It's called Congress. The lawmakers, the decision makers of what goes down. They have the final say so over the president. The power is not in the president. The power is in Congress. In every local state, you have a legislator, which acts like Congress. The legislators of your local states are the lawmakers. And the power is in the legislator, not the governor. Because when shit gets finalized and passed, it's by a 2/3 vote of the House and the Senate, not of the governor. The governor can only propose and make executive order decisions, but them shits can be challenged. So if shit can be challenged, then you ain't got no goddamn power. That's what I'm saying. When the legislators make decisions and it's in conflict with the United States Constitution, that can be challenged. Local state legislators have the final say so in the local states. The power is in the local state legislators because each state has an executive branch. The executive branch of each state is headed off by the governor. That's the executive branch. Then you have the legislative branch. The legislative branch are the lawmakers of your entire fucking state. They make votes, they pass laws. The executive branch, who is the governor, enforces all the laws passed by Congress. That's why when the governor comes in, he appoints his cabinet, which are all commissioners, to run the state agencies. And those state agencies have to set policies in order to run the state by the laws passed by their local state legislators. And guess what? That's why we have people have attorneys so they could challenge those state policies, because a state policy can be in contradiction of the local state government's constitution or the United States Constitution in DC, the Constitution. So any laws passed by local state legislators can be challenged at the federal level if it's in conflict with the Constitution. Understand this. Now, the whole reason why you have courts, judicial districts, because that's the third branch of government. There's three. The governor, that's the executive branch. Two, the legislator, those are the lawmakers of the state. Three, the judicial districts, the state courts, they're the interpreters of the laws made by your local state legislators. So when your local state legislators make laws and they're passed, you want to challenge them in court. The court is the one who interprets the law that was passed by Congress. If they say, you can't eat dogs, the judicial court is going to interpret that law. That's what they're there for, to interpret the laws. Okay. And they're they're there to make the decision whether it's in conflict or it's unconstitutional to their local state government. That's what the judicial branch is for. Same thing at the federal level. The 9 Supreme Court justices deem things constitutional or unconstitutional as it pertains to the federal government. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Before you make foolish decisions, I know you're vulnerable. I know you're broke. And I know you want to be sovereign, your own sovereign individual. But understand, all I'm saying, I'm not telling you not to want to be a sovereign being on your own land. All I'm telling you is when you do it, please make sure you're in a comfortable and financial position to survive for the rest of your life. That's all I'm saying. I don't promote it at all. I don't. But I don't hold it against people that want to do that. You're an adult and you can make your own decisions. I just want you to be careful and make positive decisions. Okay? Don't do it out of anger of what happened to your ancestors in the past, because to keep it very real, you don't know what the fuck your ancestors did. It's so much research when it comes to our history here in the Americas as a people. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. I'm looking at everything. Education and learning is infinite, you guys. Infinite. And it is. You need to look. Anytime somebody drops some Jews to you, what you appear to think is Jews, make sure you just look into it and make sure it's really a Jew. Is it a Jew or they gonna make you a fool? That's all I'm saying. Look into it. It sounds good. Just look into it. Check it out. Question it. When they get angry, when you question it, that's when you know something's wrong. Something's wrong. Why are you angry? A direct, a red flag is a behavior of an individual when you question something. When you question it and they get angry real fast. Why are you angry? Anger. I mean, it do kind of sound kind of funny if somebody tell you, well, how you feel is well, I need to see you in the back door. Why? Why? What's the secret? That's a red flag. So I'm not into the scamming business. Some people like a scammy life. Some people just ain't fucking real and don't give a fuck. And they don't care about going to jail or getting caught. They don't care. They need the money now. They want to know now what I gotta do. What I gotta do. Okay. When that money don't, when they see that money not gonna come in their trust, unless they get a fucking job so that the money goes in the trust, they gonna be mad as hell at your ass. Why you gotta tell them a sneaky way? If you gotta tell them the sneaky way, it's because you ain't being real. But if it's straight out, I'm used to shit being straight out. Oh, you just want to stay under this corporation. I do, you're right. Until I can become sovereign and take care of myself for the rest of my life. You young, you got attitude, no job, no fucking great brains. I don't even want to live, even if I had the opportunity right now to get my own fucking state. I don't want to be living in no state with no bunch of arrogant niggas ready to kill each other. Get the fuck out of here. I might as well stay where I'm at. Seriously. I don't want a bunch of arrogant niggas running my goddamn local state. Even if we did create our own state, who's gonna be the lawmakers? Who's gonna be making the decisions about how we live on in our state if we were to get our own state? If these motherfuckers here up on YouTube run these channels, hell fucking no. I be done set out a motherfucking hit on the bastards. So if I'm gonna have to feel like that, I might as well stay where the fuck I am. And I'm not no goddamn agent. What the fuck exactly is an agent? Please tell me. Please. An agent, to me, based on tactics that people use and from me watching TV, is somebody who you really think that is trying to get in your head to see if you're attempting to cause war with the United States. So they befriend you and make sure that that's not what you're up to with your people in your community. That's, to me, that's what an agent is. And he joins you and befriends you just to see how you're going to plan it out to bring terrible actions against the United States government. To me, that's an agent, the person that befriends you and is watching your every move and reporting back to the government. Hey, this person is really trying to set up an alliance to take us down as a government. That's, to me, is an agent. Or and you go to court for some bullshit, and the person that you befriended and allowed in your life is sitting on the opposite side of the court explaining everything you told them you was going to do. To me, that's an agent. So I don't know. I have no clue. But I'm telling you, I love me. So I'm not trying to get in trouble with no government. And I'm not trying, some people are trying to make war with the other five major tribes. Listen, those other five federally recognized tribes, I don't want no smoke with them because I don't need to, because I know that as an American, I can create the same thing. Why the fuck do I want to go fuck with the Cherokee Nation, Choctaw, when I know I can create my own? I'm an American. I can create my own tribe just like they did. So why do I want to go and even bother them? Why do I want to create havoc against them? I don't fucking care. That's my attitude. If I'm Cherokee, I'm an American. I'm an individual Indian. And guess what? The United States says I can create my own family tribe where we could serve our community. So why would I want to go and start trouble with them? See, I see things different. I don't see things to where I want to create problems. No, that's just not me. Not my life. Call me bougie, call me what you want. But there's no need for me to go create problems with them. I already have a tribe. And I'm in love with my tribe. I love our tribe members. They're supportive. I love them. You know, all tribes have issues, but you fix them. You fix the problem. We're patient with each other. We understand what we have to do because we're adults. So I don't have time for the other bullshit. Content creation on YouTube is cool. It's my escape. It's funny. And I have fun. I have to honestly say, last night on Chief Holidays, it was got ugly when my man had to come in and say, "Look, you're not gonna keep talking to my baby but for so long, motherfucker." But that's just not Big Willie, man. If he ain't in front of you where he can knock your ass out, he just not gonna deal with you. Seriously. And that's the way it goes. My man supports me. He know I likes YouTube. And that's another thing. I am not a King James chick. I didn't. I'm not built on King James values where I stay quiet. Be quiet, woman. Let your man come. That's some old time shit. My father taught me to whoop your ass. And I'm sorry. That's just the way I was raised. I'm from the North. My father's militant. My father taught me to always defend myself. Some men don't like it. Oh, you should be quiet. And they automatically assume I didn't have no man. But guess what? We American Indian Negroes, women like us, were built and shaped for men that love us. Now, me, my desire in a man, he's gonna be way worse than me. And believe it or not, as quiet as kept, my man, you got to be 10 times worse than me with attitude. And Willie got that down pat. But we don't got to be on here proving shit to your ass, Mr. Jamaican man. That's not how we get down. I'm cool. We laying in the bed. And we sitting up here laughing. And you got a problem. You think I shouldn't be on there talking to no woman there. So that's what Willie, threw it back. One motherfucker, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Where your woman at? Why you sitting up here arguing with a woman? Nigga. You know? Me and my boo, we tag teams. I've known Willie since I was 15. I'm fucking 56 now. That's a very long time. So I know my man. All right? You got a problem with me speaking. Nah, I'm not under no King James values where the women stay silent. I ain't no fucking Hebrew Israelite. I'm gonna run my mouth. Up here in the north, this is Union shit. I grew up in the Union. I'm a Yankee girl. And the women, it don't matter whether you're black or white. The women, black or white, we got mouth and we gonna run our mouth. Dead like that. Period. You from the northern state. The north is the Union. We was raised here. The women in the north, I wasn't raised down south where my family actually came from, where I sit down, put rollers in my hair, and make some fucking hot water. What is it? Hot water cornbread. Nah, fuck that. We cook meals and we talk shit too. You don't like it? I'm not your cup of tea. I'm not from Jamaica, where I allow my man to go out and screw all the inner city girls. Nah. Sorry. I don't do that. We different beasts in the north. I was raised in the Union. In the Union, that's the north. And if you really look at it, the women in the north, we got mouth. I'm not on no Muslim Malcolm X shit. Silence yourself, woman. Hell no. And the north, because we're rebels, and as you can see, they beat the shit out of all of the southern states. They won the war. I have the Union attitude, and it doesn't matter whether I'm black or white or Puerto Rican. Anybody raised in the North develops this cultural attitude. And the North, Northern women, doesn't matter what your race is. Even if you're Chinese, you're not going to shut up. We're not. We're just not. We're not built like that. We're built to be warrior women. That's what the Union was all about. And that's just how we are. Some men absolutely love it. Some can't stand it. Well, that's because you're under the King James lifestyle. Nah, fuck that. When y'all Jamaicans came over here, you seen how we women were, and that's how we are. We like that. I'm not made for your little short ass, little Jamaican man. Nah. Me, I was raised by a man. My father told me, you work for your money. And when you pay your bills, you pay your bills like ain't a motherfucker in the world gonna help you. Even if that man is paying the bills every month, all of it, you still pay it. Don't you ever get behind. Keep your shit intact. And that's how I live. And I live like that through my marriage. I lived my marriage like I didn't have anybody to help me. And that's how it goes. My father taught me how to keep a roof over my head and my family's head, my kid. So he raised me to be an independent woman. Whether I fall romantically in love and the man takes over and pay all the bills, whatever. I still got my own motherfucking back. And that's the way my father raised me. You little little Jamaican man, y'all used to women who need y'all, like them Section 8 chicks that need y'all. Ooh, can I get a little $150? Ooh, he like me, girl. He gave me $150. Bitch, I want my own check and my own motherfucking money for everything I work for. Fuck $150 when I can get a job and make thousands. Hell no. That's not me, and it never has been me. And a lot of men don't like that. Oh, fucking well, get over it. Seriously. That's how I roll. And I don't take care of no grown ass fucking man. I ain't do. Oh, my father taught me well. No, 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 no. That's not going down. You don't know what goes on in my fucking house. See, you're on the internet and YouTube arguing with my man, okay? But I could tell you this, little short Jamaican man. If you was in front of Mr. Willie, your ass would have been on the motherfucking floor picking up your two front teeth. You don't want to get it fucked up with Willie. Not too many people do. Seriously. But Willie's laid back. Hold on, y'all. I got to get this call. So it is what it is. That being said, now you know how I am. So if I come off strong, it's no offense at all. It's really not. Being a woman and raised with 12 boys, it's hard. It's hard. So it is what it is. People ain't gonna like it, but hey, I don't care. But anyway, I want to get back to the promotion of this event. And then I'm gonna get my butt off here because my little morning break will be over. But this is it's turning out great. We're having a great turnout so far. And who's gonna win? I don't know. Chief Holiday versus Brother Sanchez this Friday. Fossilized bones. Are they credible? Decomposition. Are they credible after 11,500 years? Chief Holiday says, oh, yes, the hell they are. Brother Sanchez says, oh, I don't think so. You get your proof. And Chief Holiday said he gonna murder, gonna knock him out. I don't know what's gonna be. It's gonna be interesting. And they're gonna cover some more other topics. We have a great turnout so far. And I think by Friday it's gonna be even more, way more than what we have. So I'm glad our room holds over thousands of people. And it's going to be uncut, and we don't have to worry about the YouTube channel getting shut down and shit like that. Don't have to worry about it, um, because it's going to be in Zoom, and it's best to have it in Zoom because Brother Sanchez has a large flat platform, and he don't need to be getting no damn strikes, and neither do Chief Holiday. So the best place if you want to do something uncut is to take it to a private room where all can the same people in the audience can attend and Zoom. And all are welcome. And I'm gonna be fair, non-biased to both brothers. I'm giving them both allow allotted time to speak. That's how I roll. If Bro Sanchez is talking and Chief Holiday say, yo, but I'm like, I'm Chief. You gotta be quiet so the audience can hear what he's saying, and then you can debunk him. And the same thing with Bro Sanchez. If Chief Holiday is lecturing on them fossils, okay, and Bro Sanchez cut in, yo, man, you with the I'm like, no, 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 Bro Sanchez. You gotta be quiet now, too. It's gonna be fun. And it's gonna be hilarious. And I think for this being the first time with Sanchez and Chief Holiday, at the end of the day, both brothers love each other. And that's a fact. At the end of the day, it's going to be funny. Both sides are going to have three people to critique both of them on how they did. And those critiquers will say, yo, you with the bullshit with this bro Sanchez, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be like that. It got to be told. So for both sides. And I think it's going to be fun. I do. And I hope that Brother Sanchez continues this because he's a great lecturer. And I hope Chief Holiday continues too. He did one, and I thought he did a great job lecturing on his pay-per-view. And he showed himself, he turned his camera on, you know, and I hope both brothers keep this up. Me, I like doing stuff like this, giving it a first time, and hope they keep it up. Chief Holiday has a team, and I hope they continue the pay-per-views. Brother Sanchez, he has his partners, his wife. I'm sure that they can do the same thing once his people see how this is done in Zoom. They'll take it from there and continue. And if he asks me if I would host or monetize another pay-per-view for him, I'm more than willing to do so. That's what I'm here for. I love doing this kind of stuff. It's fun. And the best part is doing it for people whose chat rooms that I sit in, where they're lecturing me and I'm learning from them about our history. Period, point blank. I have the honor of doing this. And if Brother Sanchez, and if you say, hey, Sister Bethy, I don't really have time to get my team together, would you moderate in me another pay-per-view in Zoom? I'd be more than willing to do so. Same thing with Chief Holiday. If he asks me if his team is too busy, and he asks me, hey, Sister Bethy, could you monetize a pay-per-view in Zoom for me, I would be more than willing to do it. And that's for any brothers on any of the platforms, whether it be App TV, App Power, all of them. A1, I don't care. If they ask me to do it, I'm going to do it because it's fun to me. This kind of stuff is fun, and I like doing it. Keeping the audience informed. Hey, this thing is tonight. I love emailing them, giving them reminders. Ask my tribe members. I don't have a problem sending out reminders. But I like doing this. And no, do I charge? No, it's totally free. They're helping me by teaching me about history. So why can't I help them? And that's just how I am. And I get funky sometimes, but hey, we all do. We all have our moments on YouTube when we fight. Some shit is just unforgivable. Once I stay away, like I said, I stay the fuck away in my lane. Serious. I really do. That's it. No ties, no nothing. But anyway, I love y'all. I hope to see y'all Friday supporting the Zoom. And I do. It's only $10. What do you got to lose? Cash at me $10. And leave your email address so you can come in the damn Zoom, drink your wine, smoke your whatever, and enjoy this shit because it's going to be funny. So I'm going to get off of here, you guys, and get back to my plantation. But before I do that, I got to make my coffee run. So I love y'all, and I hope to see y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Or see you around in YouTube. Have a wonderful day, and hit the like button on the way out because your girl is out of here for real.
I am the original. I am powerful. I am the original.
We are waking our people up to let them know that we are the American Indians. Copper color Indians, baby.